We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come off a disappointment last time out. They put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The numbers a week ago for Everett. 9 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert on the move to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Herbert back to the air. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Draw play. It's Eckler. Oh, he put it on the carpet. A fumble. They're calling luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ready, go!
On first down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The return is Reed. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this returnable for Hill. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. A run with Mostert up the middle. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Tua on 4th down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Up the middle they go with Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per
going to try and throw on third down. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 50, here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Herbert. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Let's go now. Opposite, green.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, Mostert. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Herbert on 3rd down now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Miami set to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 74 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They hand it off to Mostert, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Open man downfield as Waddle has got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Mostert. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Ready. Yellow.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's a gain of 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To the air again. Herbert, he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and 1.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
That's another Chargers first down.
Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
On second and goal, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Set, go. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ready?
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Correct one.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Miami, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign.